Ah, is this sweet? I can't tell.
Heaven Shall Burn. They put out their new album Wanderer, which is their 8th album. If you don't know Heaven Shall Burn, they are a metalcore band from Germany. At times, like death metal. I mean, they bleed on the edge. Who cares? They've been around for a while now, since about 2000. This is the follow-up to Veto, which Veto was an excellent album. The first album from Heaven Shall Burn that I listened to, and since then I'm like, fuck, this band is so good, man. So I was very much looking forward to this album, and I have to say this album very much delivers in every way you would want if you're a Heaven Shall Burn fan. This album is just a vicious assault from start to finish, for the most part. It starts off with a more of an instrumental track, sort of, kind of, a shorter track on the album, with The Loss of Fury, which I thought was good opening song, but, it doesn't really get me moving, but the next song does. The next song, Bring the War Home, is an excellent song. Just, it showcases, which a lot of these songs do, showcase what Heaven Shall Burn is all about, and that's just fucking ripping your face off with just monstrous vocals, incredibly tight riffs, some nice melodies thrown in there. I think Bring the War Home has the catchiest riff on this entire album. A couple minutes into the song, it's a very metalcore like riff, and it always gets stuck in my head all the time. I think the other very, very catchy moment is the chorus of the track Save Me, which is another one that has an excellent riff there, and combined with awesome vocals as well. So that song really is just awesome. And then I think Passage of the Crane, the third song, excuse me, is another excellent song, a little bit more on the melodic side. I really like it. They Shall Not Pass is, to me, one of the heavier tracks on the album. I very much love the middle section. It just completely kicks ass. But I think the heaviest song on the album by far, and one of the highlights of this album, and just total standouts, is Pray to God, which kind of shocked me, to be honest with you. It starts off to me as one of the more chaotic songs on the album, and you're just thinking it's just going to be another ripper from Heaven Shall Burn, and then boom, out of nowhere, here's George Fisher from Cannibal Corpse, and he just delivers an excellent performance on this track. I thought they used him incredibly well, and I also liked just kind of the change in vibe that song had. It felt very death metal to me, in terms of riffage, in terms of structure, in terms of moving just from riff to riff to riff. I love it. I thought that song just completely destroys. It's an excellent track. And then they get into a cover, which Heaven Shall Burn always has incredible covers. And if you get the deluxe edition, which I got the deluxe edition because this was the only edition at my local store, but regardless, the deluxe edition is pretty cool. It comes with a second CD that is nothing but covers from these guys. So it has, Valhalla from Blind Guardian on there, and a whole bunch of other songs that I honestly don't know, but it's cool, and I definitely want to listen to it more. But anyways, the cover on the main album is Agent Orange from Sodom. which I thought this was an excellent cover, very heavy, very well made, very Heaven Shall Burn, you know. And then the other really standout track to me is the final track, The Cry of Mankind, which is a much slower, much more melodic song and features some clean vocals from the vocalist from Solstafir. Hope I said that right. I haven't listened to that much. I thought that was an excellent touch to this song. I thought the change of pace was awesome with this song. It was a great way to end this album. Otherwise, what I'm going to say about this album is that I do feel like it drags on just a little too much. And I feel like after, the 9th track, I'm kind of like, this is good, don't get me wrong, but, it gets a little repetitive. And that's how I just kind of feel about a lot of Heaven Shall Burn's material. Their albums always kick ass, but then sometimes they are just a little long in the tooth. And I feel this album should have been 10 tracks. It should have probably had Save Me and then ended with The Cry of Mankind. That's it. Because, the other tracks, Extermination Order, A River of Crimson, you could probably throw out The Loss of Fury as well. That's just my opinion, of course. But I just wish this album was just a little bit shorter to be a little bit more concise of a package. I think it would have went across well. But otherwise, it's just an awesome performance from everybody on this album. Just excellent, just completely kick-ass, heavy riffs, great guitar leads. Marcus completely kills it on vocals, just an amazing performance. I really like this album a lot. But I will say, if you're not a Heaven Shall Burn It fan, if you've never been in this is not going to turn your head. It's very much a tried and true album from this band, I feel. So, it's just me. 8.5 out of 10. Check out Wanderer by Heaven Shall Burn. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.